All right. Yep.
Okay. All right. On 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
All right, we're pretty close on that one. All right,
Yeah.
guys. Well, welcome everybody to episode 20 of the Chemical Vision podcast. We're gonna call this
20.
one "Recalibrating Frequencies."
Ooh. That's what we need to do after 20 episodes of whatever this is.
Yeah,
No.
but crazy though. You know what I'm saying? It's just something we're doing on the side, keeping everybody updated on what the mech's doing, what we're doing, what's going on. in the world
Elvis
of
really
Chemical
wants
Vision.
in. He really wants
Yeah.
in the episode.
Yeah, so
Can you
everybody
just put him on your shoulder?
Well, I wish he could. He's new to the point where once I let him out of there, and boy, I hope he doesn't do that the whole time. That's gonna. Oh yeah, he is. That's him saying, "Oh well, yes I am." He's a new pet. I'm getting used to him. God bless. What's even going on here? Everybody, wait 2 seconds. Let's see if I
Maybe
can
close the door.
Yeah, I'm gonna close the blinds and door. Good boy.
Good boy. For all of you who don't know, Johnny has gotten a little pet, and his name is Elvis, and he is a little cockatoo teal.
Budgie,
Teal.
little budgie, little parakeet.
What's parakeet.
Yeah.
And he's, yeah.
I probably should. I
Oh.
mean, honestly, sometimes though, at this stage, she's making me wish I got a cat. But you know,
Well,
you know. But that's
you're
the
you.
thing. It's
you still can get a cat.
right. No, for sure. At this point, though, I am determined on making him and I best friends here. But
It'll
anyway.
happen. It'll happen, babe. It'll happen.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, listen, guys,
Well,
we
yeah,
got a
dude.
great episode here, and just for anybody who hasn't listened to this before, this is a Chemical Vision podcast where we go over stuff about the band, our band, Chemical Vision, stuff we got going on, news, etc., and things that are going on with the mechs. If you haven't seen, the cybernetic beings that we went to the future to bring back to help us create music and fight what AI music eventually became in the future. But here we are, so let's dive into some stuff. Tyler, do you got anything for us before we start?
Well, I mean, I'm pretty excited, and this might be giving away a little. I grazed these notes earlier, so I don't think you actually talked about on here. This week we had a band meeting, and some exciting stuff. It was shocking for me because we squashed so many songs that we had been kind of messing with. I'm over it. I really am. But we brought in all these new ones, and bro, I'm buzzing. I am buzzing because of the new songs. I just had said it to Johnny before we started recording. There's a new one for now it's called Paper Cut. I don't know if that's going to be the name on the, usually I feel like the songs keep their original.
Yeah, somewhat.
Johnny kind of names our songs, whatever he's feeling that day, and they don't necessarily have to do with what the lyrics are about. Sometimes I feel like I'll ask you, hey, what's this one about? Right? And then you'll be like, oh, it's about existential crisis or whatever. And I'll be like, yeah, okay, cool. And then I'll write about that, or whatever. But yeah, the new one that we're calling Paper Cut, I heard it on the way home from work. It just came in on my music, and I don't know, man. Yeah, I like it. I like the new vibe of all the new stuff.
I love it.
I don't know if that's what you meant when you were asking me what's up, but no, I'm like kind of anxious to get this podcast on your way, and then get right back over here and start throwing down some more lyrics for this new album.
Well, what's funny is I love that we're now on episode 20. If kind of feels like this new boss level that we weren't prepared for, especially doing now getting this full length record that we're putting together. I'm super stoked on it. Personally, I think this will be like probably I know this is gonna be like my favorite material I've ever put out. I know it's cliche of any musician, but
I really feel cliche at all. I don't think it's cliche because you should always be growing and moving forward, and it's not that you can't have favorites from the past as well. But hopefully the new stuff is always your favorite. I would think and sort of hope. You know what I mean? Like to a degree. So no, I agree with you. I'm really excited about it. And we've never done an album. We've been a band for a couple of years, and we've been single. Pew, pew, pew.
Yeah, but it's basically just
Now
finding
it's
that
fun.
formula, right? I think
Yeah.
we've been trying to crank that out, and that's why I'm finally. It's almost not to say this is like an Opus Day, but I definitely feel like I'm excited to put out an album with you. You're gonna hear it here first. No B-sides.
Yeah, no B-sides. The
Yeah. So
B-sides are the ones that we chopped out and then
right.
decided not to put on.
Which
The ones
which are not even which we're not even really chopping out. They're gonna eventually be
they'll
singles
be
that
out.
are
Yeah, yeah.
that you
Like
guys
running
know.
on E, running
Yeah.
on E, yo.
Oh yeah, there's definitely some
fire.
awesome ones that I love. Disintegrate too, some heavy stuff.
Yeah.
But also okay. Well then
I'm into it.
let's go into segment. Okay, well, I'm calling this segment two, but
The main segment of
this
this
is the main
podcast,
segment.
I feel like.
Yeah.
It's the
So
main
this
one.
is really for anybody that doesn't know this segment has really built this podcast. We always get some funny shit, some ridiculous nonsense.
Usually from Chris, aka
yeah, that's-
Foxton.
That's right.
Usually, yeah.
And,
Usually he likes to give us a hard time.
Yeah,
Well, not
he,
a
do-
hard time. A fun
he
time.
does.
He has
He
good
does.
ideas.
A hard fun time, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a good guy. Gives us some good ideas here, but this is typically where we dive into some new gear, some stuff that we're using, patches, etc. Also, yeah, typically yes, where our mechs, it's what their favorite 21st century technology typically. So that's how this kind of evolved. But anyway, Tyler, what are you messing with?
I love that. I just thought of this. That's how this segment started. 100%. We kept asking them, and then they quit showing up, but we kept
Yeah.
doing the segment, and we just did it without them. And so it's like, I like that you still give them kind of credit. You're like, well, yeah, they had.
Well,
had
because
a
we
good
kind of
idea with
named it
them.
after them.
But now they suck, and they're never around. So here we are, and then yeah.
That's right.
Anyway, bro, this week I am I'm still on the Helix for playing some guitar, but I am a huge fan of, I don't even know how to say it right, and I'm sure you'll correct me, the archetype.
Yep.
I don't know if that's I don't even really honestly know what it is, but it's a little plug-in thing, and I touch that, and then all of a sudden
Yep.
my guitar is like, it sounds really, I think it sounds really nice, a really nice amp. So maybe
Yeah.
you can nerd me and tell me that it's
Yeah,
not
that's
cool.
the neural DSP stuff. I love that stuff. Archetype amp is good. It's not my absolute favorite. I'm kind of moving this other direction. I have my secret favorites for amp sims. Of course, now though I've been seeing a bunch of noise about the new Oldham. He basically put out, and the producer, he's like Viljarta's guitar player and producer, put out a signature amp, Thal amp, and oh boy,
For
that
guitar?
sound-
Is it for guitar?
Yeah,
Oh, gotcha.
It sounds amazing, and it definitely
Yeah.
from coming from him, he does. Buster does amazing stuff.
So
Go
answer my hold on, this is you answering me a question, and not even for the podcast, but it's on the podcast now. So like, if I'm in Helix and I'm using the archetype, and you're saying it's neural, it's a fake one though, right? Because
No.
Helix is-
Maybe I'm just thinking it's because I know Neural does have like an archetype amp,
Yeah.
So
I don't know if that
but
was a brand name, like a Kleenex. thing.
no, I think it's like a
A style.
like a PV 6505. It would be like the 6505. But that's what I thought. I think you're specifically speaking about an archetype like patch on the Helix, which is
yeah.
probably different. Maybe it's somewhat similar. Maybe they're trying to model the archetype on there, but
It's the first for me, and I've been playing through this giant this guy for so long, I like don't
Yeah.
want to give him up, as you know, but at the same
Totally.
time, like it's so much easier just to plug into the computer and be like, dun, 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 and it's like
yeah, I mean
Clean and crisp.
for recording, and they've come so far. And there's just certain tones now that I think that are becoming industry standard, where it's really going to be hard for people to get away from, especially with certain kinds of music. I, for one, have always kind of liked more of the synthetic side of like the guitar sounds. Just like some of my favorite records had that very, God, God, I have a horrible mic control here when I'm having control of myself. Very, it's not, I guess synthetic maybe is the wrong word, but it's like there's like a certain high end with that tight low end.
I know.
So like
I know
the
exactly what you
Fear
mean.
Factory, like
I was about to say.
demanufacturer.
I was literally about
You
to
know,
say Fear Factory.
yeah,
So,
that was
so like the Logitech pedals, I feel like really had that vibe to me.
yeah, even Zoom maybe back in the day had some stuff. I mean, really, the stuff that I was looking at was more like I was using modelers back in like 2009, back when like the 11 rack was the thing. That's what I was touring with back then. Um, when I was 15. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I was about to say I had one. Oh, you said that year. I'm like, oh, I had a modeler in 2000.
Yeah.
I was clearly only 3 years old. Like my dad gave it to me.
Exactly.
I was just a child.
That's
No,
right.
but I had the pod, the original Bean.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, that's what everybody was rumored that Meshuggah recorded on that one, which is always caught my attention.
From what I remember, I'm not trying to claim that it was the best or anything, but I do feel like it was kind of like at least in the middle of a pivotal moment in digital music, and it was kind of like that came out. And it was like, oh.
100%.
Wow, okay.
I put out so many demos with Line 6 stuff. Actually, at one point, Line 6 had put out.
Well, that's Helix, right?
Yeah, they had the iRig, which at one point, literally, I plugged into a PA from the iRig because it had a 1/4-inch output, which was amazing for this thing, as well as a 1/4-inch input. And I came to practice with my guitar on this little iRig that was, if you can see, like this big.
I remember the iRig. I remember it.
So I had this Positive Grip app on my phone, which had all these like Gent
too.
guys
I know what you're talking about.
stuff. So I literally showed up practice for a while with just my phone and the stuff,
and
it sounded so good, which was crazy.
Back when was it the little? It said iRig and it had a 1/4-inch to 1/8 inch, right? And it just plugged into your headphone adapter on your phone.
Yes, iPhone, whatever the iPhone was, something along those lines. But it was amazing. I loved it. I loved it, and I honestly, I kind of wish to go back to that day, which I think we're slowly or swiftly going right back towards. But I love that. For me, I guess not really messing with anything too crazy. Shout out Studio One. Amazing program as always. That's why I use a mix through.
Personas.
Yeah, Personas. I love you. I've been using you for many years now. It's funny.
I was just remembering that I have a Personas interface, and I think that David has it. Oh, by the way, David told me I've seen David. Obviously, I don't know if you have actually, since he was on the podcast, the last one, and he really, really enjoyed it. He was like buzzing about being on, but then his first reaction was like, I want to do it again. I want to he wants to redeem himself or whatever. And I was like, you can come back. I mean, in a couple of months.
We'll definitely get him in there. We'll start having like revolving guests. I like this.
Yeah, we need to get Anthony back up on here for sure.
Yeah, 100%. I would love to have everybody that's been on back
and
on.
We're gonna be, and then you and me are pod crashers. Remember?
Yeah, that's right. The pod crashers.
Yeah, we're gonna just show up. We just need to find out when they're recording. We're just gonna show up at his house. It's like, hey, we're here for the podcast. We're like, what? We're not interviewing you guys. We're like, yeah, you are.
Talk about weird show notes I have here. Subnote: what piece of gear would you give to a cyborg to teach it emotion?
Yeah, I was trying to kind of work in. I like to try to work in your subnotes sometimes, but. Well, even the humor angle, I don't know. You wrote this at 5 a.m. though. I got it at 6:15 this morning.
Yeah, you did.
No, it's great. I'm not. That sounded like I was talking shit. I'm totally not, because anybody that's watched these episodes, we're on 20, and I have not contributed one single iota of a second to any of these scripts or what happens. So every shout out Johnny Chase for all of these, because
thank you, brother.
I'm seriously and I think you've kind of fallen into it as well. Maybe I'm wrong, but in the beginning it was like, I don't know, you were just throwing things at us to see what would happen and what would stick. Kind of like when you're seeing if your spaghetti's done and does it stick to the wall.
Without
you were,
doubt.
doing that. And then like and it wasn't that you were swinging and missing, but it's like oh well that didn't. That's fine. It's probably my fault that it fell.
No, it's more. It's more. I just kind of started understanding where I think we needed to be and what kind of felt right. Because I think more of anything, it's not like we got a bunch of listeners on channels. I think it's what's starting to feel instinctually right, and that eventually, it's another thing. Like I'm a firm believer. Once you get the formula in, you just start cashing that thing in.
Right. Then you've literally yeah. Then we just go to the bank. It's formula. What do you remember on South Park years ago? 20 years ago on South Park, They had the underpants stealing gnomes. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And it was like step 1 is steal the underpants. Step 3 is profit, and then they're like trying to figure out what step 2 is. But
that's right.
It's kind of like that. It's like. Yeah, if we just steal the underwear, we're gonna make money. So I that's all I heard you say.
That's right. Then they have like an issue like of then having to get rid of them or something like that.
Of the underwear?
Yeah, having to get rid of the underwear because they didn't think it through or something. Maybe or am I just
probably.
like completely
clearly they didn't think it through. They're like, oh yeah, profit. If we steal the underwear.
Oh, that's great. Well, shout out to South Park. That's amazing.
Shout out South Park. It's been pretty
well,
good. It's been pretty good this year. They got $1.5 billion, and
Oh yeah, listen.
They came out swinging. They came out.
Yeah, they got license to do pretty much anything we want, but I love that. Well, okay, let's let that take us into or segue into this next segment, lore upload. Okay. So here's where we're gonna expand some of the bands. Let me make sure I'm still recording here.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah. Check. Yeah, we're good.
Check.
Yeah,
that was so loud. Did you? Oh, you didn't hear that. You can't. Sorry, you're not here. You're on the other side of the Citadel. Yeah.
So in the Chemical Vision timeline, episode 20, okay, is when the mechs discover memes. Okay.
I just realized you were really close and I'm not, so I wanted to be closer.
Perfect. So the mechs, they discover memes finally here at episode 20.
Which is awful because now all my phone does is ding, 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 all freaking day.
And they don't actually laugh when they see these memes. They just kind of glitch.
Well, I mean I guess I do too, but.
Well,
I don't have Tourette's. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to make fun. I'm not trying to make fun.
Yeah, disclosure. We're sorry if anybody does that. We're not trying to make fun of any of your head movements.
We want you to listen to our podcast.
Yeah, totally. Anyway, listen, this is how I also know that I wrote this at 5:00 in the morning because I wrote this and I literally went nowhere with this. I was like, hey,
we're gonna talk about the lore,
and we're gonna be like mechs watching memes. I literally, listen, everybody, we're gonna read what I have here. Could tie into a sneak peek of new lyrics or story arc for the new single video. Like I was thinking something was cool. Obviously, the way I wrote that there, but it means nothing.
Well, I mean. It's not that it's not cool, but it does mean nothing because we have no idea what these videos are going to be yet. So like we would just be lying to these people, or we would say stuff like the new video has a cow with a tutu on,
or we think about
outer space.
We think of the story arc now over some of the new lyrics for upcoming single side video.
You mean you want to do it live? Hold on.
No, that's just what we would be doing. But.
Okay. I was gonna do it. I was gonna go.
No, it's okay. I mean, you can if you want. It's actually perfectly blurred where nobody would be able to read that in the back. Like nobody's be able to. Nobody can see the immense amount of pornography that's on the back of there. Just kidding, everybody.
Come on now,
just kidding, everybody. We don't do those things.
We don't believe in pornography.
Specifically that
corn.
Word.
They call it corn. Have you ever noticed on like videos when you watch them? I think that they must get flagged.
Yeah,
if
probably.
You actually say that word. I don't want to say it, so we don't get.
Yeah.
So we don't get flagged. So they're like, I watch corn, and then you're like, wait a minute. And you're like, oh, they don't want this to get in trouble.
I would go ahead and. I would believe it definitely have a bunch of stuff like that.
All right, so disclaimer: we're not watching porn, but we're also not a couple of freaking butterfly sissy boys that are sensitive to everything that everybody says everywhere they
Yeah.
go.
Yeah,
Well,
we're down.
I'm
We're
not.
definitely down.
Johnny
No,
might
we're
be.
definitely.
You got a
Well,
sweet
then again,
mustache now. You can't be sensitive anymore.
I know.
No more sensitivity.
With the stash comes
You're a
responsibility.
badass now, bro. You're a badass now. That's the responsibility that comes with a mustache. I mean,
All right.
it-
I'm about
ask
it.
Burt
I mean,
Reynolds.
I'll say less. I'll double down on that. You want to invoke Reynolds like that? I'll definitely come through.
Is he alive? Now that I say that,
Yeah, it's funny. I just thought about that. I think he is because I think I did look it
Okay,
up.
okay.
Actually, here, hold on. But now I need to look it up because now there's no way.
I feel like one of the mustache guys died.
Selleck's still alive. I don't know. And he's a mustache guy for sure.
Who?
Tom Selleck.
Oh, Selleck. So I think Reynolds is dead, or Selleck is dead. One of them's dead. One of the mustache men. We're baiting with weighted breath.
Man, damn,
Johnny is
damn,
really
yeah.
fast at Google. And?
Okay, Selleck's still alive.
Okay. So Tom Selleck, I'm picturing wasn't he the one that did the ad in like the 90s where he was naked, like laying down naked with like a cowboy hat or something? Or was that Burt Reynolds?
Okay, that kind of sounds like a Burt Reynolds thing. But I mean, it could have been Selleck. But it's so funny because there's actually in Google here. It's like, what's the difference between Tom Selleck and Burt Reynolds?
Absolutely nothing.
That's really
Just
funny.
a little bit of just a
and
little
Tom
bit of
Selleck
denim.
He's 80. He's 80 years old.
They're both still alive.
Uh.
So I
don't
probably
know.
saw one of them stupid hoaxes.
Oh
on
no,
Facebook.
you're right. Burt is dead.
Bert's
Wow.
gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
God bless Burt.
You know what?
2018.
I remember that now. Now that I remember it because they honored him in Archer. Do you remember he started dating? Did you watch Archer?
A bit, yeah.
So his mom ends up dating actually dating Burt Reynolds. He's not playing a character; he plays himself. Well, as on the cartoon, but I forgot. Yeah, Anyway, all right. Well, rest
Yep.
in peace, Burt.
Yeah, R.I.P., bro.
And you're well on your way. You're well on your way to be magnificent like that. If you just keep growing that mustache, that's really all
Yeah.
you have to do.
Well, that's what I'm working on. It's gotta make it a little thicker. Keep making the bars come out here. The handlebars.
So I think it might be smart to just scrap the lore section for this evening and just move on and just indulge in your mustache and then
Yeah,
go
I
on
think you're
this-
right.
That's
what we're probably
and
gonna
then
do here.
your mustache will announce the new segment. And then next
Well,
week
here we
we'll
go.
talk about lore,
Well, here we go. We actually got for our new segment. We got a glitch test. Okay, a funny game show style bit where one of us throws out random futuristic terms or cyber sci-fi nonsense at the other. Okay.
Okay. Are you throwing at me or am I throwing at you?
And then you have to basically so from that, then you have to basically tell us what. No, that's not gonna work. I was gonna have it like what era, like what futuristic era that came from. That would be ridiculous. All right, I'm gonna give you a scenario, okay, a sci-fi scenario, and then invent like song lyrics like on the spot or like a description of song lyrics, like a type of song you would do. Okay. All right. So we're gonna do alien sci-fi or alien sci-fi. Yeah.
Just alien sci-fi?
Yeah.
I'm writing lyrics on that on the
Yeah.
spot?
Yeah.
Ish?
Yeah. Like and yeah, you can basically like what would you write about?
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, I would probably I mean, I'm big on needing a tune, so this is hard for me. Like if you gave me
Yeah.
a tune, I'd be like, "Oh, na 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 na," cuz I kind of need to know like my syllables. So, arguably. But I would probably say something like, "Oh, this is hard. Holy crap, this is hard. I feel so much
Yeah,
pressure.
right?
This is the most pressure I felt all day, and it's Friday." Wait, is that what day this show is going to air? It's Friday. No, anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm stalling so I can think of things to say. I would probably talk. Sorry. I would probably talk about. Um, I would probably. My first thought is thinking about being abducted, and which I wouldn't want to be weird about that, but I think I would try to play into. You picked me up, and you took me out. And you did these things, and I don't mean that to sound weird, but I think that's where I would start with it. But, hey,
Yeah,
come on!
yeah,
And
no, I know, I like this. I
obviously,
like
I
this.
would, I would not make. I don't want it to sound perverted. We're
So
trying
no,
to write a
so
real
no,
song here.
but that was so what that was good. What I like about that is what you're saying is so then you're making it more about the abduction experience, like it's an
Okay,
experiential.
thank you for putting it. That's when you said that. I'm like, okay, how can I talk about? So then I don't know if I can talk about on camera. I'm not good at making lyrics up in front of people. I've tried with
No,
friends
I know,
around,
I know.
like,
I'm putting, I know
gotta
I'm
be
putting you on
alone.
the spot.
You
Yeah,
did.
we're
But it's
we're
okay.
all.
I love it. But I think that's what I would do. I would try to think about how could I creatively talk about being abducted and whether and that experience, whether it was bad or good
Okay.
or introspective or I guess
So then,
yeah.
so then, what would you do then for like a cyberpunk drama? What would be the general
Same
theme?
same question. Like, what would I write about?
Yeah.
For a cyberpunk drama. Well, how are we supposed to be in love and or raise a family when the world's falling apart, kind of thing? I think
Okay.
like Ready Player
That's
One.
cool.
I'm picturing Ready Player One in my
Yeah,
head,
I mean that's basically
Like,
it's
the
like a version
world's-
some
like a weird dystopia.
version
think
of
we're
that,
like
like Alita's, Alita's kind of another one where like there's cybernetic
Yes.
enhancements.
Oh, I love
there's,
Alita. Yes. They're very much, and I think we as a society, and it's kind of like we know it's heading to this anyway, but we're kind of obsessed with that kind of thinking or that kind of feel, like this dystopian, like this. It's gonna happen, right? At some point, it's going to happen. When it happens, and I don't know what it is, whether it's Terminator or it's what's the movie with what's his butt, John Cusack, where the wave comes in and flushes it, like that. Whether it's
Yeah,
Mother Earth,
yeah.
let me refrain. So whether it's Skynet or Mother Earth or whatever, like.
Well,
we're
it
all kind of
probably won't be a wave though, because I'm pretty sure in the Bible, God does say he won't do it again by
won't flood
water.
the Earth again.
Yeah.
So it's definitely cybernetics.
Yeah.
Or cybernet.
Yeah.
Cybernet. So, anyway, you get my point. I think
Yeah.
that's,
100%.
I think that. Well, maybe it's just me. I'm like, everybody likes this, don't they? And I'm like, well, maybe it's.
Well,
just
no,
me,
that's
maybe.
good. That's why I'm asking. That's what I'm asking you to kind of trigger where it's going at. Because I would say if it was like an alien thing, so what would I try to do for like maybe instrumental wise, maybe some guitar stuff. So heavy, rhythmic, maybe definitely some spaciness, a lot of ambient background stuff. Yeah, some noises. And then as far as like, because I love heaviness. Like I don't know, just definitely a really almost sterile kind of heavy tone. That's what I love anyway. It's more my style. So that paired with like the ambience, a lot of weird
Then
sound stuff.
that falls into play with what, like, since we're on this together now, this is how we do this, I guess. So like you're creating this stainless steel bed that I'm laying on as the guy who was abducted, and I'm
Yeah.
writing about the insanity, sterile,
Yeah.
mechanical, sterile.
Yeah, like basically, I want to all the machines that they're using to fillet you open and shit
Yeah.
and crap. That's what
No,
I'm
it's
done
very
using.
non-invasive. My
Oh,
my
God.
story is very non-invasive.
Gotcha. Yeah, I went totally like they're cutting you up.
Yeah, you're like, oh, well, did I die?
Yeah. I'm like, well, they aliens, so they can probably bring it back. But anyway,
Oh. Yeah,
well, I like that.
that's
So
cool.
that's probably a good place. We'll wrap it up on. That's the glitch test. We'll see if we'll bring that segment back here. All right.
I like
but here
that
we go.
segment, but I like that you didn't. I like what you did versus what you wrote. So good job versus your. Sorry to
Yeah,
call you
yeah.
out, but that was good. You on the
Yeah.
spot. Like, I'm proud.
Also,
I had
Bumper-
I had an answer for your weird 5:30 AM question. I had an answer for that because I studied it, and it does say quotes. Here's an example. Anyway, go on, go on, go on. Go on.
But we're gonna skip this next segment because this goes along with like the lore stuff that we're gonna
Oh, the human
jump.
patch.
Yeah,
We don't.
that
we're
will
gonna,
jump
We're
up.
gonna let them know about. We have a new segment called the human patch, but not today. It's coming
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah,
This is where we-
basically. Well, we're trying to basically. I know I have the lore in here, but I guess we can't go into because it doesn't really have to deal with the lore. So basically, just some techniques that I use that keeps us sharp for shows. I do a lot of meditation. I do a lot of prayer before shows, and then basically workout. This is really quick. So probably about 50 push-ups, 50 sit-ups, and then probably
50?
50-second.
You're
Oh yeah,
so
for
buff.
sure.
You're so buff.
Yeah, you know I'm not.
Johnny's only 22, so that's why
That's
he can
right.
do all these push-ups. I am
The
32.
young man energy. That's
So-
right. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Young man energy. But that's what I typically use to keep sharp. What would you say health wise, Tyler, keeps you kind of in shape and sharp for shows? Would you use any teas, any tonics?
I don't honestly. When I first started singing, I drank a lot of what's it called? It was a tea. It's called Throat Coat, and it's like kind
Gotcha.
of a licoricey.
Yeah, totally.
And
Totally.
I
That's definitely a
believed
favorite
in it
hurt
for
a
a
lot.
long time, and then I stopped not believing in it. I stopped drinking it, and then I just used regular water. But I believe in pre-show warm-ups, and there's one
Yeah.
by a guy named Pete Faint, and he has just I don't know how it's an old vocal coach I had, the only vocal coach I've ever had. Are you yawning? Are you bored with my story, you fucking bitch? Oh,
No.
sorry. Edit that out. Excuse me. Pardon my French, everyone. Sorry. We were just talking about maybe swearing less, but sorry. What was I saying?
It's all right. We're still good. We're still like a PG-13 show.
Oh, right. That's the one F-bomb I get.
Yeah. Well, I think I screwed up and had one too, but it's okay.
Well, anyway, now I've digressed
Warm
on
ups.
myself.
No, it's okay. You're talking about
thank
your
you.
warm ups.
Pete Faint. There's a guy named Pete Faint. I don't know who he is, but I found him, and he has it's on Apple Music and Spotify or whatever, and it's just a na 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 very. I'm sure it's the same as everybody else's. Honestly, you hum one, you the vowels, you do all the little things. I do believe in all that. You just kind of get a little warm up and whatever that may be, and I like to throw a little. I remember watching a video with. That sounded really shitty. Sorry, but I watched a video with Chad. I think his name is the singer of Mudvayne.
Yeah.
Is that his name,
Yeah.
Chad?
Yeah,
it was,
I think
it was,
so.
It was him backstage. This is probably 20 years ago now, but he was looking in a mirror too, all painted up with his squiggly lines and his bullet hole in his head. Like he is all dramatic and shit. But he just kind of like that whole, I don't know, that along with just warming up. I that's kind of, and/or sitting back in the green room and just chilling and trying to like psych myself up for what's about to happen.
That's good. I like that. Also, I think Chad now works a lot with Melissa from Zenna Screaming or whatever. But
Melissa
it's,
Cross.
That's great.
Yeah, dude,
Melissa
he's
Cross,
on
that's right.
he's on the video.
That's
Melissa
great. But it's
Cross-
great to see him come.
Melissa Cross. I mean, shout out Melissa Cross. Seriously, a buddy of mine showed me her years ago, and she's if you don't know, she's a elderly now hippie chick.
Yeah.
That has taught a
Yeah,
lot
totally.
of dudes how to scream without losing their voice. Because I remember I was listening to like Clutch and Mudvayne. So like Clutch sings with that.
So how old do you think Chad is?
Chad, I would assume he's in his 50s, but 56.
He's 53.
I was close. But homeboys, if you go, I'm not trying to shout like I'm a Mudvayne fan anymore, but
No, but
I'm not.
yeah.
I'm not against
That's what I'm
Mudvayne.
saying. He's still
Homeboy can still
actually
do it. He's
yeah.
still out there doing it, and he's 53 years old, going and
That's what I gotta
because-
say.
shout out Melissa Cross. I'm telling you that every time I die, there's a handful of
Well, and I mean,
like
the guy's got to be. He's got to be. He's been doing it for 28 years. It's obviously something there, right?
yeah. Well, and I would assume that he's probably in decent shape. He probably eats well. So kind of back to like what you were saying. There's kind of like you kind of have to your body. You have to take care of your body first. If your body's
Damn
out of
straight.
shape, you're probably not going to be able to do the other stuff. That goes to say with for anything, obviously. Like it's hard to get old.
You guys can I don't know if you guys can hear that at all. That there's a football game that's going on near me at a school that's nearby the studio, and I can actually hear it actually coming through a little bit. I didn't know if that was coming through.
Oh, really? They just cheered?
Mm-hmm.
That school that's way over there, you could hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Holy
Oh,
crap,
totally,
that is
yeah.
not even
Yeah.
close.
They get loud.
I didn't hear it, but that's
But-
wild. That's crazy. Cool, cool.
Well,
Well,
anyway,
go Clearwater.
go Chad.
Oh, Chad.
Yo,
Sorry,
yeah.
I was talking about the school. They scored.
Oh yeah, I think it's Calvary. Go Calvary.
Go Calvary!
Yeah, that's right.
Shout out Calvary.
Shout out Calvary. All right. Well, segment listener transmission. This is hilarious. Another one. We need more of these. Actually, what I'm going to have say for this segment is, why don't we have more people actually send in some questions, things they want us to discuss.
We really need. Okay, so I agree with you. The people that are listening, you know who you are. Even if it's the same people, please send us your questions, and then we will answer them.
Send
And
in your
they
questions and things we want to discuss. We'll also
Yeah.
mention how much we love you on the channel
Yeah,
on the episode.
if you want a shout out, even if you don't want a shout out, if you want us to discuss something that you don't want to be a part of, or even that you didn't give us that idea, we'll still talk about that. We
Yep.
will talk incognito. I will talk incognito. Johnny might rat you out. Look at those glasses. He kind of looks like
Well,
a guy
you know.
that might chop you up and put you in his freezer.
That's good. That's actually good. 'Cause you know what I got today? This other appointment I was at today, they told me actually I look like a cop or a narc, like an undercover cop. I'm like, well, thanks, but no.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna go with my Dahmer. You know, I'm seeing a little more Dahmer than I am cop.
Yeah, well, there
I
we
mean
go.
that respectfully and with all
Thank
the
you.
love.
Well,
Which is-
perfect.
wait, as soon as that came out of my mouth, it felt weird to say. 'Cause I'm like, wait a minute. I think. Go ahead.
Also, what I want to add to before we start to get to the outro, guys, we got a full length that we're working on. Nobody told you about that. We are aiming, and I think we're going to be on point for this. It's going to come out on the equinox, on the spring equinox. So that is March 20th. I think you guys are going to dig this and going to keep
Wait,
us
is
on
that
schedule
not-
for that. Yeah.
Or is it this way?
3.
Hey, how do we do?
2.
Oh wait, can we do O?
Yeah, that's
like
pretty
it.
good. All right, then that's what we'll end up doing.
It's not gang signs.
Yeah.
It's when the album comes out.
Throw those up, but don't gangbang, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, 320. That's when we're hoping for this new full length. We got a lot of stuff we're throwing out there, and hopefully we can throw you guys out a few singles before then, as we drop these out. But anyway, guys, Tyler, you got anything for them before I proceed to close?
No, after what you just said, I'm like, yes, let's put out Running on E before then, just as like a hey, let's
Well, I
give them
was
Running
based-
on E. Because we're running
Well,
on empty, trying
no,
to get
that's
you this album, kids.
That's hilarious. You're right. Basically, that's going to be coming out after the full length. Basically, the singles I'm talking about, maybe singles from the record to kind of start pumping up. People
Oh,
get
I'm trying to
excited
give
for the
people
record.
more. I'm trying to give people more.
See, this is how generous Tyler is, everybody. So he's your biggest advocate.
You can have it all.
But anyway, guys. Well, listen. Keep the vision. Keep dreaming. God bless. I'm Johnny Chase.
I'm Tyler. Bye. I mean, bye.
We'll catch you guys later. Don't forget to reboot your drummer once a week. We'll catch you in the future on the Chemical Vision podcast.
Yes, we will. I was just pushing my screen like you were too. Screen. Oh, I got 40 minutes on that screen recording. So what I'll do is I'll send you both of mine, and if you can work in me, it might be funny. You know what I mean? I have it up until Jonah called me, and then it cut me out. It was it. My phone started ringing, and it said screen recording paused because of phone call, and I'm like, motherfucker. So yeah, you fucking bitch. No, don't call me. I mean, don't call me right now. It's Friday night, 6 o'clock. Why are you calling?